very much looking forward to seeing these new airplanes fly. Alright everybody, hello and welcome back to another episode on Transport Fever 2 in the free mode with me, Spacefish, and welcome back to one of our beautiful little towns out here in the countryside of this very playthrough. We are well underway in the process of doing another modernization run on our fleet, and we have in fact actually come quite far. Last episode even going as far as refurbishing a lot of the train lines that we've got going around here, modernizing a lot of the train lines that we do have going through these train stations as well, in order to go ahead and push some of our passenger transport a little further. But with that, we are pretty much done, and we will continue today just finalizing our little modernization run. We do have still a few lines down here that we will take care of modernizing, and we do also have our airborne transport to be looking at, because there has been some quite new and interesting developments in the world of planes, which we would definitely take a look at. Hopefully, you know, save ourselves a few planes and make things a little more efficient in what we're doing today, and well, maybe even, you know, looking at some expansion possibilities there in the future. And then past that, well, you know it. This map is so huge. We always have things on the list to do, so if we do get past those last bits of modernization today, we'll go and look at those. But with that said, before we get started on all this stuff, if you're new around here, if you do happen to enjoy this very episode, you want to stay around for more Transport Fever 2 content, or, you know, check out some of the other series on the channel, definitely make sure to go ahead and smash that subscribe button right down below. That would definitely help out a ton. We're quite a small channel. We're looking to 1,000 subs, and every single person means a lot with those kind of things. That said though, let us go ahead and get right back into our line. So we had pretty much everything done, including the passengers here the last time around, and well, it does transpire that the next one to look at would actually be a train line. That said, we do also have this plane line like right here, which I think we have skipped the last time when we got to it. So I would say we start with bricks to aquarium and just kind of see if we can make that a little more efficient, then we go on to the next one. Alright, so the bricks train line is starting right here, I think, and we're currently using these airplanes, which I think have actually been a rather recent upgrade. You can see the condition is actually very good. Wait, did we actually? I may double check. Is that something we did very recently, in fact? Oh, it is. Maybe not. Okay, maybe not. So, we do still have this Lockheed Super Constellation here, and this is the one that we're using, the Bristol Freighter. So, my issue being that I actually need to see the cost of this. We would gain about like a third more cargo capacity. And, well, I mean, I would say almost 50% more speed. At, well, maybe like 60% more cost. Yeah, maybe more like 70% cost, but generally speaking, I guess it's quite the fine deal. My question would be, where are we at here today in terms of rate and everything? We're at a rate of 87. Got a requirement of 83, so we're just about matching it. That said, I mean, these planes are generally quite empty, which is not, though, due to them not being filled up, I think. As far as you can tell here, there's a bunch of these bricks flying around, and we do have more shipment capacity here too. So that is not all too bad. So I would say, honestly speaking, let's go and do a little modernization here on top. I mean, these things have been quite new, but, well, now they need to go, I suppose. I would go as far as saying we only upgrade 4 of these for the time being to the Super Constellations. Oh. Right, don't mind me. That may be the reason we have not upgraded these. Well, that's a bit of a bummer, right? So the Super Constellations, they do need a big airport. This is a small airport. We can't actually make that work for ourselves. So, This is pretty much the biggest plane that we can make work here. I mean, the aquarium is quite small. I'm not really sure I want to invest in a huge new airport right there. Thing is going to cost like quite a bunch of money too. If we do have a little look, if we can, yeah, I mean, that's, I don't know. Maybe we leave it like that then for the time being. I guess that was the plan all along, and I've just since forgotten about it. So, we do have this one though. We do have the plane Space City to Basingstoke, and how well in that case, you know, I'm almost considering to say, why don't we just upgrade the airport? Because, well, I mean, Space City is Space City. It's like the biggest town we have, and it's absolutely gigantic. And, well, Basingstoke is growing at quite the rapid pace too. The thing is, though, we would, in fact... Well, no, I think we're going to do it. So, let's go and build some fancy new airports. I mean, in Basingstoke, I'm quite sure we had intentionally... Oh, no, wrong button. I am quite sure we had intentionally here left a little bit of a space so we could build a big airport in the future. And we're going to go and capitalize on that very bit of space right now. Try and align this as good as possible somehow. That is a little better, is it? Boom! And there goes our first large airport down in Basingstoke. Looking absolutely beautiful. Look at that. I like that. Right next to our teeny tiny old one. Jesus Christ, what a difference, isn't it? We've got like proper arms connecting to the planes there and everything. Quite mad indeed. And well, you know, the good thing is we can very nicely expand this. We can get some cargo ports and stuff going as well, even when we do need that. And still right next to the tram, so that's beautiful. And then we can kind of just, you know, move things over, and we'll keep the small airport definitely as well for the time being. And if and when we get to the point that maybe some smaller cities we want to connect, like say we want to get something going between Basingstoke and the aquarium or some other place that we decide to build an airport, we can still very much just use that for those smaller routes and make that work for ourselves. Now, Space City, I've got the feeling, is going to be the one of the bunch that is a little more complicated to expand on, because, I mean, you can see just how big the city has gotten, and there's even buildings out here already, which is quite insane. And, well, the idea would be that we do get this thing going somewhere around here. In fact, I mean, we could technically maybe even just delete the old airports and build on top of it, but I'm not sure that we can make this work size-wise, because this thing is quite ginormous, as you may be able to tell. If we do have a little peak right here, we could probably squeeze this in just about here at the expense of... No, well, no, not really. We can't even squeeze that in right there. You can see that the street's going inwards too much, and that is not working out at all. So the question being here, can we make this work at all in Space City? I'm a little bit worried about that part, not gonna lie. Jesus. Like, the thing is, like, we could somehow slap it down right here-ish, I guess. I just, you know, put it at oh god, at like a little bit of a raised point so we don't dig out everything. Then, like, entirely delete that street and reroute the street and somehow make that work and get another tram station going. I do have the slight feeling that that is pretty much the only option on how we can even make this work at the moment. Somewhat along those lines. So I guess we'll do it like that. But that will require significant modifications of just about everything right here. So we'll go and delete this street. In fact, we could leave this street deleted, I think. It doesn't connect to any other places that would need to be accessible by road, so we may just leave that street deleted and call it a day there. But we'll go and remove quite a lot of this stuff here to make sure that we do have the space necessary, and then we'll, you know, we'll pull out this road when we get to that bit. But that is that. We'll go and slap this thing down here somehow. One building will be removed. Oh, right, the street is in the way there. So we want it more back out here, I suppose. Can we squish it a little closer to that? Yep, up until there. So we'll do it like that. We'll, I think that is about the right height, looking at where those railway lines are at. I don't want to raise it out too far out of the terrain, because that's looking a bit weird, to be honest. Then again, I don't really want the planes to be flying through the train station and the trains to be flying through? Did I just say the planes to be flying through the train station? I don't know. Anyway, so I guess we can make it work somehow like that, or we could just make it look like a mountain, and then, but no, we kind of need some space in front of the hangars and the terminal and everything, you know, to get that tram station going. So we'll slap it down right there, and now we'll have to do a whole lot of terraforming, because like yeah, that looks weird, doesn't it? So we'll do that. We'll make sure that things are looking somewhat fine. Brush size needs to be like absolutely gigantic, I would argue. And oh, that is going to cost us a whole lot of money to terraform. Oh my god. Let's push that strength a little, shall we? So yeah, this will take a minute to actually you know, even remotely blend into the landscape. Jesus Christ. This is insane. Oh yeah, we will kind of just follow the plan of... In fact, I guess I could just flatten to this level, right? More or less. That works. Okay, so we'll just kind of be pulling around here. Getting a lot of terrain first and foremost up around here. That does look a lot smoother than it previously did around that railway track, so I do like that. And then here, I mean, we will actually need quite a lot of terrain extracted, because we're looking to get that street going right there. We're looking to get a tram stop going and everything, so we will need a bit of space. We'll smooth it out right there, so the old airport is still kind of, you know, an airport that planes can fly into. And I do kind of also want to keep the old airport going for the same purpose as with the other city, you know, making sure that if we have like some small regional airport, we can still maybe let the planes land there. Well, in fact, you know, they could probably also land at the large one, I imagine, but, you know, still, why not? We don't have endless capacities at these airports either, so fine by me to just do it like that, I guess. Now, well, that bit has to stay that way, I guess. We'll kind of pull things out around here. And then, you know, we can kind of just smooth it out here. More or less. So, there we go. Going around that corner here. Making that nice and smooth. Now, we will need to see about this train line here, right? Maybe, potentially, we're just going to make it a little tunnel if we need the extra space here. I do have the feeling that we probably do, to be honest. Like looking at the tram depot needing to sit there, so I think we'll be very likely to change that in a second. But first and foremost, let's kind of just go around here and make things, you know, a little smoother. Adjust them to each other. And that, I would say, slowly but surely does look somewhat decent. Just around the corner of the airport as well. Getting rid of all these weird bumps. Cool. Okay, that makes already a whole lot more sense, I hope. And I feel that now we're going to go do... Yeah. Now we're going to go do this as well. Well, in fact, I guess I can't really do that, right? I would have to kind of delete that train line, extrude the terrain, and then do a proper tunnel. But I guess we can do that. Kind of at the risk of breaking the train line, of course, but, well, we'll just hope that works out, right? Fingers crossed. Ah, didn't estimate that we would do this much terrain work today. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, so, we'll kind of just, you know, I think extrude the terrain till about here-ish, maybe. Get things going around the corner here, because of course, I mean, we do need to pull it out a little more, then smoothen it off, like, later into the whole mountain. And then, well, there's something right there, and a little bit in the way, I guess, but we'll sort that out in a second. We'll kind of just do this. And then we've got some good amounts of terrain to work with here. Now, we'll be smoothing things out a little bit right here. All that, you know, we could kind of keep as a little bit of a mountainous cliff or something. Maybe we smooth things out a little bit more around here. Keep that as a little bit of a cliffy thing. Somewhere around the lines of that, right? And then we can go paint things a little. Make it look a little more rocky around there. Maybe not that much. Oh god. Also, oh god, which grass is this? Oh no. Grass green? Grass light green? What color is this? Is there any way, like, why is there no, like, color selection tool? Oh god. Do we even have that color available to us? Grass dark green? I mean, that blends in enough, I guess. Where's the proper whatever this is? Anyways. We'll just take that. I don't know, that still looks kind of bad with that color difference, but it's not really like that one. I mean, that does look a little bit more like it, I guess. Oh boy. Okay, note to self, paint tool can be quite annoying sometimes. Otherwise, I painted up a little bit of rocks and stuff. And we'll just kind of keep it at that for the time being. Right, so, we'll go and pull... Oh, it wasn't even high-speed train tracks. Okay, we'll pull that through here properly again. Then, you know, the issue should be resolved. It is. So, everything fixed, everything fine. All happy. That's nice, that's beautiful. Train can go through there again, and we do have enough space for this thing. And now we do need to go ahead and connect it up. I really thought we were going to get somewhere with the modernization today, but I guess... I guess we're focusing on other things now. So, we'll do a tram track, and maybe not that weirdly skewed if possible. There we go. So, just pull that out here a little bit first and foremost. Well, in fact, let's go and pull something out here first and foremost. Just nicely along the perimeter line of the airport. That well aligned? I would say so. Cool. And then we go and do a little curvaroo. A little bit like that, and a little bit like that. And there we go. That's all attached. More or less beautifully. I don't like this yet. That's a little... Let's just do a little smootheroo around it. Oh, that's flattening. Not what I was looking to do. A little smootheroo around here, because that looks a little bumpy still. I would say that makes it a little better. So, thing goes up here, around there, and now we do have a beautiful connection going, and now we will, of course, need to go and add that into our beautiful tram network as well. So I'll have a little peek as a reference of what we did out here. I guess 2 platforms left, 2 platforms right, 30 meters? Yeah, looks like it. So, we'll be turning the thing around, slapping it down in front of that terminal. Cool. And then we need to attach to the line, then actually people can also get here. So, the question being, where do we need to go for this very purpose? We have got Tram Space City right here. Space City Branch, Space City Halt, and I would like to go and add a station right after that one, which is Lower Space City. Kind of need to rename that, don't we? Where do I rename this? Oh, here. There, right. Space City International. Boom. Well, we're also gonna, you know, Space City West. There we go. Beautiful. So, there's our new airport. Sitting proudly, well, slightly above the ground level of Space City. And, overlooking the city, where our new fancy airplanes are going to be starting and landing. Absolutely loving that. So, what we're going to do, based on that, of course, is we'll finally go get back to that planes, and we'll go and remove both of these, and we'll go from here to yonder. No. Here. So, you know, both big airports now attached to the grid, and now we can go and look at getting some fancy, huge passenger planes going on that one. So I am absolutely loving that. We will go and get, well, down here in fact, and we'll go and get to passengers. No, plane, Space City, well, not the aquarium, but Basingstoke. Before we actually do anything here, I would like to compare those planes, because this one is quite old, I remember. Is it one of these Junkers still? It is. Jesus Christ, how old is that? 18 years in service. Oh my god. Well, this one technically is the same amount of people, and then this one's 15, which I feel like we may have not gone for, because this may already be for a big airport only. But now we've got the Super Constellation. Moving at 486 kilometers an hour. Nearly double the capacity on passengers. Well, more than double the speed. So, yeah. I mean, also 4 times the cost. But who cares about that? We get some fancy Lockheed Super Constellations. I am absolutely taking those. That said, well, we do, of course, kind of need to slim down the amount of planes and stuff, right? So, let's have a quick look at the stats on this thing. Well, all the passengers are out, which is, I guess, due to us kind of just kicking them all out. We do only have a rate of 55, which is really low, I have to say, considering the sizes of Space City and Basingstoke. So I think we're going to push that. I think we're going to push that a good bit, to be honest. I feel like there's going to be, well, now there's nobody waiting, but I feel like there's going to be more potential for passengers than just that rate at this point. So, we'll go manage the vehicles. I would say we've got 14 currently, right? We have got more than double the speed. Significantly more than double. We've got nearly double the amount of passengers. So if we go and remove 4 of these, we will go and lower that frequency of planes coming in a little bit, which is a good thing, because you do need to keep in mind that we do also want some capacity for our Space City airport in the future to, well, you know, be able to land planes from other cities too. So that way the frequency goes down a little bit, the airport is a little bit, you know, more able to take other routes as well. And then we'll go and replace all of these with Lockheeds. And it's going to be a whole lot of money, but I think it's a very worthwhile investment. I'm interested to see how that changes the rate. In fact, I cannot change a few of these because they are not airborne, but in, well, they're sitting on the tarmac in one of these small airports, right? So we cannot change that. We will go and remove these right here then. And we'll, I don't know how many I sold. 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll buy another 4. We'll get them out here in Space City. Just like that. What is happening? There we go. 4. Thank you very much. And we'll go and get those en route. Absolutely beautiful. So, with that said then, and a little fancy look at our new planes rolling out of the hangar, we will end this episode right here. I hope you all very much enjoyed it. I hope you're all very much looking forward to seeing these new airplanes fly. I can assure you that start of next episode, we will take a little plane ride on one of these. It should be absolutely magnificent. Really looking forward to that. And, well, then we'll hopefully, someday, finally, at some point, finish off our modernization run and get to finding some new business fields for us as well. With that said though, for today this has been it. I hope you all very much enjoyed this episode. Of course, if you did, please make sure to go ahead and smash that like button right down below for the YouTube algorithm. And if you're new around here and haven't done so just yet, also please consider subscribing right down below, as well as hitting that bell icon in order to stay up to date on all the future upcoming episodes. With all those things out of the way though, as usual everybody, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I will catch you in the next episode very, very soon. Ciao.